Airlines is a flight full of love. Come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look, the moon don't sleep. Everything you need on departure, alright. Caribbean Airlines don't want no rival, so I feel like I fight the port of Spain. Pack a bag and take a trip again to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I feel like I fly to JFK, take a trip across the 7 seas to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Caribbean Airlines in with DNA. With Caribbean Airlines is a flight full of love. Come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look, the moon don't sleep. Everything you need on departure, alright. Caribbean Airlines don't want no rival, so I feel like I fight the port of Spain. Pack a bag and take a trip again to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I feel like I fly to JFK, take a trip across the 7 seas to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home.
Hello and welcome to the Demerara ground for match 2 of the Caribbean Airlines T10 Village Cricket Competition. This is Berbice in the white against Esequibo in the pink. Berbice winning the toss and electing to have a bowl first. Just a recap of that first match. Esequibo played against Demerara. Demerara emerging with a 58-run victory. Quick turnover for Esequibo, playing 2 matches on the trot. This, of course, is the second game of a triple header. Later on this afternoon, we'll have Demerara against Berbice, and the winner of this competition, of course, going on to represent Guyana at the final at the National Cricket Centre in Couva in Trinidad on May 5th. They play the winner of the leg in Trinidad, and there's another leg in Jamaica as well. I'd expect it to be one riveting final. So lots to play for these 3 teams here at Demerara ground. Lots of Caribbean Airlines officials here witnessing the action. Special good afternoon to all of them. And for those of you watching the action via our mainstream FL Sport. In that opening game, Demerara made 121. And they kept Esequibo to 63. First ball of match number 2.
Hey man, nice start, man.
Dot delivery to start to Gibson, the opener from Esequibo. So welcome John Ramsing, who has had a hearty lunch, some good old Guyanese puri and fish cake.
Hello Avinash. Oh yes, you cannot go wrong when you're in the countryside with street food. The best there is in Guyana. I know Trinidad and Tobago will boast of their doubles. Jamaica will boast of their ackee and saltfish.
Outside the off stump, another dot delivery to the book. And we also have egg ball here. Had one of those this morning on the way to the venue. But this is all about the integrating Caribbean culture through cricket, the Caribbean Airlines T10 Village Competition. As I mentioned, the previous competition has been held in Trinidad and in Jamaica, and this is the final preliminary leg. Down the track is Gibson, not making connection and signaling his intent very early. They were bogged down, the Esequibians, in that first game against Demerara. And they would want to make amends. They would want to win this contest. And, of course, put their name in the bag. The winning team, of course, going on to represent Guyana. in that final on May 5th. So good tight start here by Fraser, bowling for Berbice, winning the toss and electing to have a bowl first. Wonderful conditions here for cricket at Demerara ground. Down the track again is Gibson, and not making any connection. An overthrow, and they're looking for a single, and they'll get it comfortably in the end. First run on the board. It's a bye for Esequibo.
Thank you.
So the batsman is actually Surat Singh and not Ramnarain, as you're seeing on his back, number 26, and he's facing up for the first time to Fraser.
It's a good start for Berbice. Just got to the venue towards the end of the first encounter, so they had to really get busy, and busy they are already. Oh, nice away movement, but penalized. That exaggerated movement after pitching, and Singh playing his first game as well, fishing but not catching anything.
Well, yes, Cubans, they would want to catch a victory here. They don't want to end this competition without a win. They're up against it, lost to Demerara in that first match, and they would want to beat the Berbicians and set up a nice finale with Berbice and Demerara in that last one.
Yeah, we're looking for a three-way tie with net run rate coming into play. Steered away, slight misfield by the field at third man. Singh is off the mark. Gibson with him. So 2 runs off the first over, well bowled by Fraser. So Berbice playing their first game. Definitely looking to start on a winning note as well. The winning team, Avinash, is going to head across to Trinidad and Tobago. Let's say the home of Caribbean Airlines will be having that final.
Right, and as you can see on the screen, Caribbean culture, and that is what is really to foster. Berbice, Altaf Khan, Devendra Lalsa, Devon Clements, Hemraj Hirilal, Leon Andrews, Matthew Potoya, young under 19 player, Nick Ramsarup, Nicol Fraser, Philbert Wilberg, tongue twister there, Philbert Wilberg, Ryan Ramdas, not the Ryan Ramdas that we know that played international cricket. This is another one from number 69, and it's Sesna Ryan Suku.
One change for Esequibo, Surat Singh getting his first knock. Holder, the one who misses out. So Esequibo playing their second game on the bounce. Lost badly that first one when they were chasing. Now they're batting first, so did not go well for them when they chased. Now they're setting a target. So we're gonna see spin from Berbice in the form of Hemraj Hirilal. Left arm spinner.
Hirilal will pick up the attack from the northern end of the ground. You can see umpire Moses Ramnarain, a veteran in cricketing circles, doing duties, officiating duties. He's a match referee as well, standing in the sun today.
Right away he's called into action. A chance for Donald as well. Not out. Overthrows. So Ramnarain, that's the umpire Ramnarain. Lots of action at his end. Hails from Wakenham Island in the Esequibo River, but lives in Georgetown. You can see he goes back home quite often, however. He likes to speak about the fresh vegetables at home as opposed to the processed food in Georgetown and the good roti.
Well, he has a wealth of knowledge with age. He's been around for quite a number of years, been around the cricketing system, as I mentioned, and always willing to share a conversation about literally anything.
Given. Big inside edge. Just speaking about umpire Moses Ramnarain with all of his experience. But the batsman with the name Ramnarain on his back has to go. You can see the surprise on some of the Berbice players as well.
Well, well, well. It's all happening here. The Demerara ground. He has to go. The first wicket falling in over number 2. Hemraj Hirilal striking. Surat Singh leg before for 3 of 4 as the music blares away in the distance, John. Nice atmosphere building. And for that final game, we could see some fans coming in. We saw some of them coming in with their coolers as well. No restriction in terms of the size of the coolers for this one. And of course, it's pretty hot here at Demerara, so I'm sure lots of ice and lots of cool beverages stocked up there.
A hard decision for the batsman to get there. Surat Singh playing his first game. Hemraj Hirilal wouldn't mind at all. Navishal Puran, the captain of Esequibo, gets off the mark. Navishal Puran, also from Wakenham Island, played senior in the county for Esequibo. I saw him not so long ago in some domestic matches. Looks pretty compact still. He always has a smile on his face as well.
You mentioned being compact. Muscle memory is a thing. Every time these guys pick up a bat or pick up a ball, it comes back almost instantaneously. They could close their eyes and do things.
So Gibson playing getting his first opportunity to bat as well. Struggling at the top of the order. We get a single now. Finally off the mark.
Spoke about the fans earlier, John. One of our super fans, Elizabeth Sunich, she's watching the live stream. She called me early this morning to say that she could not make it to the venue. It's hiked away, and that's going to trickle in now into the mid-wicket boundary, and could have injured himself there, the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary. But a boundary for Esequibo and Navishal Puran. And look at that effort. Almost injured himself there as he was going with the momentum to the fence.
Yeah, the big guy there, and also running on the covers that are down in that mid-wicket region. And we saw that galvanized, that sink that was there, raising up. Could have been nasty had he got a cut. But all is well that ends well. They say 2 overs gone. Successful one for Hemraj Hirilal. 11 for the loss of 1. Boundary coming off the last ball.
Yeah, good way to end the over there for Esequibo. They would have to have a move on. 11 for 1 at the end of over number 2. They made 63 in that first game. They would want to get a lot more than that to give their bowlers something to defend.
One side, man. One side, son.
A change in the bowling. Machu Patoya, the under 19 spinner, picking up the attack from the southern end. Single off the first delivery. Start of over number 3, 11 for the loss of 1. And John, that projected score is 55. Esequibo would know that on a wicket like this here at Demerara ground, you need to get a lot more than that if you're in with a chance.
Early days yet, however. And I'm sure with Navishal Puran, the captain there, he'll want to take a lot of the batting responsibilities. But Machu Patoya, the youngster, looking to make an impression as well. Rubbing shoulders with the veterans. Congratulations on that one. It's in the air. Fielder hanging back. Eventually taking it. It was not easy. It was sailing in the wind. I thought for one moment he overran it, but eventually had to hang back, and he took it quite easily in the end.
Yeah, he would say in the end that he judged it well, but it was going beyond him, but picked up a good catch in the end there, removing Navishal Puran, and Fraser taking the catch on the running in from the long on boundary. And that's wicket number 2 for Berbice in the third over. Machu Patoya strikes.
Puran goes for 5, 12 for 2 in the third. Cool conditions here now, a little bit of cloud covering the sun, a little bit of breeze passing through as well. Mentioned those coolers, you'll need lots of ice. But Caribbean Airlines give you the warmth of the islands. Certainly warm again today.
And extremely warm indeed. Had the same weather condition yesterday. But good conditions to cricket nevertheless. This is what you want to see. Nice clear skies. No threat of rain. Usually in these parts, whenever there's cricket, whenever the stumps go up, there's a threat of rain. We haven't had that this weekend, and we hope for that similar conditions to continue right throughout as we look to crown the champions of Guyana in village cricket.
New batsman Vishal Lal. So just like the first game, Esequibo losing wickets very quickly. 12 for 2 already. Captain Navishal Puran back in the pavilion in the air. But this one is going to fall well short of Fraser coming in from long on. He's going to get off the mark, Lal. I saw Lal play an innings at Reliance ground on the Esequibo coast. Very small ground, the boundary just beyond the 30-yard circle. And he smacked a magnificent 100.
Well, if you could get half of that century today, it would be good for Esequibo. They're looking for a total, set a good total that their bowlers could defend. They want to taste victory in this village cricket competition.
This one is in the air and out of the park. Good connection. It went high and also far. 6 runs to Gibson.
Good clean hitting there from Oren Gibson. The first maximum of the innings. He goes to a run of ball 8. It's 19 for a loss of 2. We're in the 3rd over in match number 2 here at Demerara.
And that projected score has jumped up as well. It's now soaring to 71. Pretty much in the direction Esequibo would love for it to go. Pataya going round the wicket to the left-handed Gibson.
That's it, man. That's it, son. That's it, buddy. That's it, man.
Ball
Keep
kept
walking, man.
just a little bit low.
It seems like Patoy would have held back his pace a bit there. He was too early into the shot there, Gibson.
Catch him, man. Catch him, man.
Shouts of catch it, and the catch is completed on the wide, long on boundary. Going for the big shot, Oren Gibson, and Patoya strikes again, his 2nd wicket in the over, and another one goes down for Esequibo. It's 19 for the loss of 3 at the end of over number 3. They're in with a struggle here, Esequibo, yet again, John.
Gibson advancing to the off spinner. When he got there, we're looking to lift him over that field at mid-on. Just couldn't pass him. And Andrews there pouching it easily. Double blow in the over for Pataya. 19 for 3. After 3, Esequibo will be looking to who can't play a couple of shots in the first game against Demerara. From an Esequibo standpoint, I'd love for him to bat through to the end if he can continue to play big shots.
Well, we saw a few big shots from him in that first game against Demerara, and he would tell you if it's anybody can, it's Khan. He would want to get a score here. 19 for 3. They're in trouble. And that projected score dropping after those 2 dot deliveries at the end of over number 3 bowled by Patoya. 63 now is the projected score. That's what they made in that first game against Demerara. And Khan from Bartica. Traditionally an era that is known for football. Not much cricketing action. You won't associate Bartica with cricket, John. But it's good to see that they're having representation at the national level.
Massive hit. Getting off the mark in grand style, Yusuf Khan. In fact, it's Lal. And that one is sailed out of the ground. Magnificent hit there, Avinash.
Yeah, he picked the line early, picked the length, and then went full flow of the bat and getting the wind to assist it over the fence on the western end. He's on to 7 off 2. It's 25 for the loss of 3. Good start to the over and putting the bowler under pressure, Leon Andrews.
I don't think he needed a win with that one. That was well hit. What a way for Andrews to come into the attack.
He's going again, but not connecting this time. Slowing up the pace is Andrews. And the faster you get an understanding and be able to analyze this wicket, You know that sometimes you don't need to really push it through. Vary your pace and you would get the type of success that you want. Dot balls, very important as well.
There he goes again. This one is traveling, and it goes. 6 more. That one went lifting off as if it came off a runway. But it goes for a maximum again. Second one in the over so far.
Brilliant stuff here by Vishal Lal. 13 off 4. Maximum number 2 in this over. Leon Andrew is proving to be very, very expensive in this his first over. The score moves on to 31 for 3 halfway through over number 4.
That's the type of big hits we've grown accustomed to from Vishal Lal. Like I said, he played senior in the county for Esequibo. Belated call there from umpire Moses Ramnarine. But wide nonetheless. There is Andrews trying to hide it from this flashing blade. There he goes again. It's going to pass over our heads. And it goes out of the ground.
Well, that is out of the ground. And if you look at the trend here, John, 6.6 wide under 6. Good stuff here from Vishal Lal and really giving this Esequibo innings impetus. Biggest 6 of the match out of the ground and probably threatening it through a couple of vehicles that are parked out on the northern end of this outfield. That's Lal looking to go big again, missing out this time. 19 in the over so far. 1 delivery to go in over number 4. Current run rate 9.91 and that projected score is up to 99.
Oh, there he goes again. Taking a liking to Andrews. And he loves that mid-wicket region. And another 6. It's really raining 6s here now. And this is what Esequibo were looking for. This impetus. And that one is soaring again.
Big over in the context of the match. 25 runs off that over from Leon Andrews. Vishal Lal, 25 off 7. And suddenly they're going at over 10 runs and over. Actually 11 now. 44 for the loss of 3. And that projected score going beyond 100. It's 110. And if Lal continues at this rate, they could get a lot more than that.
Not only that, we can be in some trouble here. Because we're just a straightish mid-wicket when he's batting at that southern end.
Come on, pull it back, fellas. Pull it back, man. Pull it back.
44 for 3. Very good over. Leon Andrews could catch down at long on. I suspect he's going to go across there and spend the rest of the day there. I don't think his captain will want to see him back in the attack. Pataya with 2 wickets in the last overs, back in the attack.
Thank you, man. Good, thank you, man.
Who can hit it a distance as well. We saw in that first game. He was a spectator to all the action in that last over. He would want to add his bit as well to this game.
There he goes. Over extra cover. Beautiful shot inside out. And it goes for 4.
Brilliant stuff there from Yusuf Khan to get off the mark. And that one ran up the stair in the main pavilion. Almost hit a few spectators who were cramped into the top of that stand trying to brave the elements and get some cool shade there. Blistering shot from Yusuf Khan to get off the mark. And the momentum continues with Esequibo now.
One.
Good flighted delivery.
That's it, man. Good, man. That's it, man.
Support in the outfield. And it's good to see that the players are in the field supporting the bowlers. We saw Esequibo putting on some 7 or 8 chances when they were fielding in that opening game against Demerara. Doubt whether it was nerves. Just lack of preparation, it seemed like.
1-1.
Good cricket by these two now. Khan getting that single off the previous delivery, and now Lal rotating the strike as well. So it's important that they limit the dot balls in this 10 over spell, 10 over match. Rotating the strike, the 50 up, halfway through the 5th over.
That's it, man. That's it.
Better line, better length so far from Pataya in this overs compared to his first one. Was looking for that single, but Lal is having none of it at the other end. He's not taking any chances.
Nepatayo throwing to the keeper's end to get
Go on, man.
Can
Keep
run
going,
out.
man.
Almost giving some overthrows. Good backing up by Wilberg. Confident stroke again. Beautifully played through extra cover. 4 again in the over.
Yeah, that's one of timing and confidence from Yusuf Khan, driving it beautifully and for getting his second boundary in the over. He moves to 9 or 5 at the end of over number 5. It's 54 for the loss of 3. Esequibo getting a move on. Machu Patoy ending his 2-over spell, 2 for 18 of 2. That's, we look at his scorecard. Vishal Lal, 26 off 8, 4 sixes in that innings. And really giving Esequibo a move on at the halfway stage, 54 for the loss of 3. The projected score is 108, so they are on course for something significant in this match. And Nickel Fraser does the 1 over for 2. Hemraj Hiralal 1 for 8. Machu Patoya 2 for 18. And Leon Andrews, who was taken to the cleaners, is only over going for 25, inclusive of 4 huge sixes off the bat of Vishal Lal. I say, welcome back, my good friend from the ancient county of Berbice, Anthony Kamraj.
Good afternoon to you, Avinash. Good afternoon to our valued listeners and viewers again on FL Sports. And we look at the game itself. This is a total different situation from what we witnessed in the first game. Esequibo, they were rollover or bowl over, whatever you term it to be. But this is a conscious effort. This is an effort that signals more intent. 54 for 3, 5 overs bowl. Lal, 26 from 8. This is the most sturdy innings we've seen in the competition so far. Really brisk work and really big hitting. Yusuf Khan has been a little bit of classy player, more touch than power, and that's nice to see. And the projected score, 108. I think once they continue in the same way, they'll get a far way, a better score. So that's Fraser who continues. I was listening on the back of the commentary area, Avinash, just being on the lighter side. It's good to bring some laughter sometimes to the commentary. And you were saying that the umpire is standing in the sun. Did you expect him to sit?
Well, maybe that's something that needs to be considered going forward, given the heat that we experience now. We might need to have him with an umbrella as well.
This is pulled away. But we get a single to Andrews, who bowled a really expensive over earlier. And the action continues here. The sun is out scorching. Brilliant sunshine. Absolutely great weather. And this is beautiful Guyana. Sometimes you get the rain, sometimes you get the brilliant heat, don't we?
And sometimes you get some big sixes from Vishal Lal. And one of his former teammates is saying on the live stream, Nicky Latchman, Vishal Lal is a brutal hitter. I played with him at the inter-county level. And we've been experiencing that with Vishal Lal. 4 sixes in his innings so far. Outside the off stump, no chance of a run. 55 for the loss of 3.
Yes, that's what I was mentioning. They've come out with purpose, no doubt about it. And when they really failed miserably in the first game, they probably had a thought about it and decided, look, we are not going to go down just like that. We're going to go down fighting. And they've really come out with a purpose in this match at least. This is a brilliant over so far here from Fraser. What he's doing, he's bowling as a back of a length stuff outside the off stump. You realize that the batter that's Khan is a dapper little batter. So if you can get it, towards waist height, towards his chest, you can give him some discomfort. And that's exactly what he's doing. So good cricket here from Berbice. Exactly what I was saying. Short delivery and taken at a backward square position. Good bowling there from Fraser. He pulled the right card, isn't he?
Yeah, he set it up here real nicely. Bowled a few ones just about the body line. And generating some pace as well as Fraser and hurrying young Khan into that shot. And he goes caught by, we'll get the fielder shortly. But wicket number 4 down for Esequibo, 55 for the loss of 4 in over number 6.
Yes, so he used his cricketing senses there, if I put it that way, and bowled a short delivery, and the batter tried to get a boundary, tried to turn it towards backward square and got the wicket. 55 for 4 now. Berbice would look at it and say, what, we're coming back into the game. But this is a very important game, Avinash, for both teams, and the reason being they'd want to advance and to catch Demerara, who is on a run really. They seem to be heading away, pretty far away.
Well, Demerara, they're walking towards a Caribbean airline office to collect their boarding pass. But these two would want to walk past them and reach there
before they get there.
Before they get there. Those results will be finalized later today, as Lance Roberts is the new batsman. But you spoke about Esequibo struggling up front. All these teams, maybe some of these players, seeing each other and playing against each other for the first time here at this venue. So camaraderie and team gelling might not be there immediately.
This is pitched up and stroked up to mid-off. That's Wilberg, who does a pretty good job. Philbert Wilberg. These names can twist your tongue sometimes. I remember listening to the 2003, following that World Cup, 1996, way back. Jayasturiya and Kaluwitarana and all of that. They can twist your tongue, isn't that so? 55 for 4. I know yours is not twisted. Is it?
Well, had some trouble the other day with the two brothers that played in the under-19 competition for Berbice. You'd be familiar with them. Ramprasad Ramnath and Ramprasad Ramnath.
Yes. Ramprasad and Ramprasad. Yeah, two young, exciting players, Ramprasad. So we look at the bowling figures. The match summary, that is basically, we've had what? 6 overs bowled, 55 for 4. Lal, 27 from 10. What an innings. Yusuf Khan, 9 from 8. Owen Gibson, 8 from 10 on the slow side. Putaya, 2 for 18 from 2 overs. Brilliant work. Fraser, 1 for 3. Outstanding, 1 for 3. Hemraj Hirilal, 1 for 8. But look at Fraser.
Yeah, that is golden in this format. Bowling 12 deliveries and conceding just 3 runs and picking up a wicket. The type of performance that could lift the team. Brilliant stuff by Fraser.
So Hirilal continues, 1 for 8 from his first over. This is pulled away. The fielder is coming around, but just to pull it away from the fencing area towards the boundary to his right, as it really hit the metal there, the fencing area on the ground. That's a massive blow. They get 6 more. That's welcome.
Yeah, too short there from Patoya, but it seems as though the fielder missed it on the boundary. Lost it in the air. It's a white ball. Could have completed that. Loud appeal. And now it says the umpire.
But I tell you what, Lal is really coming out with a purpose here today. 33 from 12. And he has hardly been running, just hitting all the time.
No need to run when he has a good bat and he's connecting well.
This is pulled. This is gone way over mid-wicket. And towards the main access road there to the left. And that's another massive. That's 6 more. 39 from 13. 67 for 4. Cricket, lovely cricket.
And he's eyeing a 5th now, but he's threatening those guys in those flat apartment buildings there, crashing into those. 39 of 13, 67 for 4.
Well, I tell you, those guys were gone a pretty long time ago. Yes, I know you're talking about the tombs there. There's a cemetery adjacent to the ground. But a lovely, lovely picturesque venue here. Lots of activity around the area. Basically a country area, countryside area. And it's fitting to bring it here. It's called village cricket.
Definitely as Patoya continues. Wide delivery, staying in line there, Patoya. 2 6s in this over. So since Lal has come to the crease, there is momentum on the side of Esequibo. They were struggling up front, but he has put some real impetus into the innings.
So this is Lal again looking for an almighty heave. And might have been struck on the pad or something. 1 for 21. This is his second over. The projected score from here, 102. I think they would want to get far more than that.
1-1.
This is turned down to backward square. He'll get a single. So
it's,
a
no
no ball
ball.
being called and signal, am I correct? And interestingly enough, is this the first free hit that we're going to be having in the game? We'll just confirm that. Yes, it is. The first free hit. And when this time comes around, Avinash, almost everyone, apart from the bowler and the fielding team, they're happy in the ground, isn't it?
Well, everyone is happy with probably the exception of the bowling team. But I'm sure from an Esequibo standpoint, they would have been happier had Vishal Lal was in strike at this point. He's been middling it well.
1-1.
This is cut away down to the man sweeping. It's something that you don't want in a free hit. You want a boundary, don't you? And you want a 6. Nevertheless, the score will push up into the 70s. We go 71 for 4.
Yeah, moral victory there for Berbice. Just a single, they can live with that. Anything but a boundary at this stage. 71 for 4 as we come to the end of over number 7.
So there we go. We've had what? 7 overs bowled in the second match. 71 for 4. Lal has 40 and Roberts has 1. That's the latest here from Demerara on the west coast of Demerara. You look at the screen, there's a very short and snappy summary here, which appeared and disappeared. 71 for 4. Good. 71 for 4. Is that confirmed, Avinash? 71 for 4, and we've had what, 7 overs bowled? Your estimation so far in the innings, 3 overs to go, maybe 35, 40.
Well, the projected now is 103. And I sense that if Lal is there to the end, they could probably challenge maybe a 115. And once they get to 115, Anthony, they're giving their bowlers a real chance of coming out with victory in this game. Of course, the Berbice side is stacked with batting as well. No Imran Khan, the Guyana Stanford T20 player that was named in the squad. We're not sure what's the situation with him, but still it's a strong Berbice batting lineup. You know, in this game, once you get wickets up front, you can put teams under pressure.
Yes, so when you look at it, 7 over 72, just over 10, it's not it's a healthy scoring rate, for sure. And if you can get over 100 in 10 overs, that's quite commendable. I always feel that 200 plus in a T20 game is good, really good. 100 plus in a 10 over side match is good. This is tucked away into the onside towards the right of our commentary area. And Avinash's eyesight is so good that he picked it up from the very nick of time that it left the bat in really brilliant sunshine. 70, I make it 76 now, is it? 76 for 4. But the batting, the action continues out in the middle.
Yeah, good start to the over there for Esequibo. Lalsa under pressure early.
Yes, and as a batter, in this form of cricket at least, you want to make the full use of the first delivery in the over because you put the pressure on the bowler. And he did that. He got a boundary.
Yeah, and once you consider boundary of the first delivery, it's about rethinking your strategy.
This is flicked away by no other than Lal. He is the man. 45 years gone up to off 18. 50 in fact. Congratulations to you, Vishal Lal. You've done your side exceedingly proud and yourself as well. What an innings. 7 sixes. Absolutely superb.
Superb innings from him. 7 sixes in that. And just 19 deliveries, lighting up the Caribbean Airlines T10 Village competition. The first 50, he goes down in history as the first batsman to score a 50 in this new concept introduced by Caribbean Airlines. And he would want to get a lot more now as we look to close out the death overs. Lalsa is looking to hide that one, straying in line.
Might just be saying, you know what? I'm dealing with boundaries. I don't need to run. 83 for 4 in over number 8. He's reached the 50 but a well-accomplished innings from the right-hander. This is coming towards the commentary area again. That will go into the boundary for 4. You might pick up the song in the background. And it's hitting all the time. It's not hit and run though, it's hit and stay.
Well, this is what the T10 game is about. Hit and runs. And that is what he's been getting here. 87 now for the loss of 4. He moves to 55 of 20. And a brilliant innings from Vishal Lal, giving his bowlers something to work with here now. They struggled in that first game against Demerara, but they're having the upper hand in this one.
This is pulled away. That's gone. That's a mile in the air. Over mid-wicket. And John said it right. That's the biggest of the lot. That's a really long way. Some 6s are really 6s, or you add more to them, Avinash. 61 from 22.
What I can tell you, he's picking the line, he's picking the length early, and that's exactly what he did with this one, sending it sailing into the yard. And the ball boys, they have been having another busy day. Yesterday they were all over Metamerzorg looking for balls, and they're at it again today. 61 of 22, Vishal Lal, 93 for the loss of 4, 2 overs to go. Esequibo, large and in charge in West Demerara.
Yes, I thought you were singing in your own backyard, but it's West Demerara. So there you go, 93 for 4, 8 overs. You look at the summary of the scorecard, 61 from 22. What an outstanding innings. And I love it very much. So Devon Clements, the captain, will continue. He has decided, look, I've taken a lot from this team now. I need to take the responsibility on. I need to bowl. So he's coming on from the southern end and making sure that his field is well set. The players are in the right areas. 93 for 4. Good, solid score right now. I can tell you that for sure. This is what tugged away into the onside. In fact, the offside, and that's gone for 4. Well, Roberts is coming into the action as well. And things are really on track here, Avinash. Yes, Esequibo raising an eyebrow too, 97 for 4.
What they have been doing over the last couple of overs, getting a boundary of the very first delivery. And as we keep saying, once you do that, you're putting the bowler under pressure, having to rethink the strategy, putting them under immediate pressure. Dot ball for the second one. Closing in on that 100 now, Esequibo.
1-1, watch it. Good work, man.
It's a ball down to mid-wicket, but brilliant work there from the fielder. That's Lalsa coming around. He had to cover a lot of ground, and he did that very quickly. And they managed, what, a single. The danger man, Lal, comes back into strike. When he is in strike, lots of things can happen. Good delivery there from Clements. Maybe slowing up the pace a little bit. That's what they need to do. Some more variety in the bowling.
Well, clearly Lal is not intent on running in these last couple of overs. He's looking to clear the boundary. Missing out on that one.
He's coming down the track. And we'll get a single down to long on. He goes up to 1. 62 he is.
Finish nice.
In over number 9, it's 98 for 4. But they'll look at this, 99 for 4, correction. They'll look at this and they'll say, what? This is a good target. We can work with this.
Get!
Strange that they didn't take that single. And it seems as though Lal is intent on facing the first ball of the final over. Went down 1 bounce to the fielder on the long off boundary, and they opted against that single. At the end of over number 9, 99 for 4, all 9s.
Yes, it's 99 for 4. 1 over to go. And this is the thing. And in this format of the game, you really have to, as a fielding team, hold your nerves. Because you can't allow the opposition to step on the gas in this final phase of it. They're already 99, and the Berbicians will know that they need to come back and come back strongly in this over.
Well, it's really hard to plan for a guy like Lal, who has been blazing from ball 1. Everything he has touched has gone to the boundary. 62 of 24. And from ball 1, he has been in charge.
This is stroked up into the offside, powerfully hit by Lal. The 100 has come up for Esequibo. Congratulations to them. 100 for the loss of 4 wickets. Quite commendable. Roberts is 6 from 6 and Lal is motoring away. 63 from 25. This is stroked away in the offside. And they'll get another single. Good bowling here from Suku. 101 for 4.
Yeah, psychological landmark being passed, 101 for 4. And good over so far, this final one, just the 2 singles off it.
This is heaved away. That's another one. Another massive. Over mid-wicket. Miles in the air. Catch it if you can. And that's another 6. 107 now for 4. Hit and more hit. Avinash, hit and more hit.
69 off 26, and he's not finished here. And we see a smirk from Leon Andrews, who was struck for 25 in that over. He cannot believe what's happening here at Demerara ground. They need someone to play a similar innings if they are going to overhaul this total here from Esequibo.
Well, you picked the right card. I think he's an opener, and he has a chance to do that. It's 107 for 4. Here we go. About 2 balls left. Legal deliveries. This is wide outside the off stump. This will go into the boundary for 4. That will be wide. So 4 more. And the score pushes along and pushes along at a very brisk rate. 112 for 4. 2 to go.
Well, we had 121 score in that first game. If they get 2 sixes here now, we'll take them to 124.
Your math is so good.
Well, in this over, umpire Moses Ramnarine seems to he's part of an orchestra, stretching his arms. 113 for the loss of 4. Vishal Lal will want to maximize on his final 2 deliveries. Full toss and tugged away. Brings Andrews off the boundary at wide long on. 114 for the loss of 4. Now the final delivery coming up. And Lance Roberts, with all his might, would want to clear Demerara ground and let them get close to 120.
This is hit down the ground, straight to long off. The fielder, that's Wilbur, comes off the boundary. They'll only take a single. That closes the innings. 10 overs gone, or 10 overs bowled. 114, 15 for the loss of 4 wickets. Quite commendable. Lal towards the end, 70 from 28, and Roberts 8 from 8. Excellent position here for Esequibo.
Brilliant knock from Vishal Lal. He came in from the very first ball, took charge of the innings, and batting importantly till to the end. 70 off 28, really lit up the Demerara ground, and playing what is so far the innings of the tournament, the Caribbean Airlines T10 Village competition.
No doubt, it's the innings of the tournament. We look at the batting here quickly. That's Gibson pretty early. He went 8 from 10. Surat Singh 3 from 4. Vishal, Navishal Puran 5 from 3. Vishal Lal not out, 70 from 28. 2 fours, 9 sixes. And I guess we'll go through towards the bowling figures a little bit. But what a score, Avinash. They can work with it. The bowling figures.
Yeah, and put it into context, he was the only batsman into double figures. Everyone else single figure score. Nickel Fraser, he was outstanding at the top. 1 for 3, 10 dot balls. Hiralal 1 for 25, 2 for 18, Machu Patoya, and the other bowlers used, not getting those wickets. Leon Andrews, 1 over for 25. That really started the onslaught for Esequibo, and that took the momentum away from Berbice and into the hands of Esequibo. They eventually ended 115 for 4. Berbice playing their first match of the competition. They need 116. We'll be back shortly with the run chase.
Come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look, the moon don't sleep in. Everything you need on departure, alright. Caribbean Airlines don't want no rival, so I feel like a flight to Port of Spain. Pack a bag and take a trip again to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I feel like a flight to JFK. Take a trip across the 7 seas to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Caribbean Airlines and with DNA. With Caribbean Airlines is a flight full of love. Come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look, the moon don't sleep in. Everything you need on departure, alright. Caribbean Airlines don't want no rival, so I feel like a flight to Port of Spain. Pack a bag and take a trip again to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I feel like a flight to JFK. Take a trip across the 7 seas to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Caribbean Airlines and with DNA. With Caribbean Airlines is a flight full of love. Come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look, the moon don't sleep in. Everything you need on departure, alright. Caribbean Airlines don't want no rival, so I feel like a flight to Port of Spain. Pack a bag and take a trip again to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I feel like a flight to JFK. Take a trip across the 7 seas to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Caribbean Airlines and with DNA. With Caribbean Airlines is a flight full of love. Come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look, the moon don't sleep in. Everything you need on departure, alright. Caribbean Airlines don't want no rival, so I feel like a flight to Port of Spain. Pack a bag and take a trip again to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I feel like a flight to JFK. Take a trip across the 7 seas to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Caribbean Airlines and with DNA. With Caribbean Airlines is a flight full of love. Come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look, the moon don't sleep in. Everything you need on departure, alright. Caribbean Airlines don't want no rival, so I feel like a flight to Port of Spain. Pack a bag and take a trip again to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I feel like a flight Airlines is a flight full of love. Come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look, the moon gone sleeping. Everything you needed on departure, alright. Caribbean Airlines don't want no rival, so I feel like I fight the motor Spain. Pack a bag and take a trip again to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I feel like I fight the JFK. Take a trip across the 7 seas to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Caribbean Airlines in with DNA. With Caribbean Airlines is a flight full of love. Come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look, the moon gone sleeping. Everything you needed on departure, alright. Caribbean Airlines don't want no rival, so I feel like I fight the motor Spain. Pack a bag and take a trip again to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I feel like I fly to JFK. Take a trip across the 7 seas to be with friends and come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look,
Welcome back to the Metaverse Orange Sports Club from the west coast of Demerara.
everything you need.
Big match in the making. It's Caribbean Airlines Inter-Village Cricket Final Guyana edition. Match number 2. Esequibo in their second match against Berbice. Esequibo sent in 115 for a loss of 4 from their 10 overs. Vishal Lal, the man responsible for that total being what it is, 70 from 28 deliveries with 2 fours and 9 massive sixes. Lance Roberts in the end 8 from 8 with 1 4. Esequibo lost their opening game to Demerara. So in order to stay in contention for a place to Trinidad and Tobago for the regional finals, they must win this one. This is Berbice's first opportunity, and if they want to stand a chance as well, they will want to go on to win this. Oren Gibson and Suraj Singh, brand new openers for Esequibo at the top of the order there. Nothing to shout about. Captain Navishal Puran as well struggled, but then Vishal Lal and Yusuf Khan started to change things. It was over number 4, which is bowled by Leon Andrews, that things changed. Talk about Leon Andrews, he's about to take first strike. Nikhil Fraser started, bowled 2 overs, pretty good at the top of the order, 1 for 3. Hilal was given a wicket, 1 for 25 from his 2. Putaya bowled very well for 2 for 18, but the others travelled. Andrews 1 for 25, none for 37 from 2 from Lalsa.
With Caribbean Airlines is a flight full of love.
It was really some late hitting in the end, especially from Lal, that got the total onto 114. So Andrews on strike. Some 25 runs came off of his lone over. And from then on, Esequibo did not look back. Lalsa is at a non-striker's end. And it's going to be young James to begin with the ball. Well, that's going to be the wicket keeper as well. Wides. So 5 runs to begin with. So runs on the board already for Berbice. This is their first game, like I mentioned. Esequibo looking to restrict them to well below 114 to win their first game, and then have a look to see what's going to happen in the last game when Demerara come back into action against Berbice. All to play for as we welcome back Avinash Ramzan as well. Avinash 114 Esequibo. Much better performance in this, their second game against Berbice, playing their first.
Yes, thanks largely to a brutal innings from Vishal Lal, 70 of 28. Took on everything that was thrown at him and deposited a number of sixes out of the Demerara venue. Top knock from Vishal Lal.
More runs, this time off the bat. Again straying in line, Curtis James. And just a fine tickle. Beats the keeper, 4 runs.
Well, Leon Andrews would be out there to prove a point. He was struck for 25 of his lone over. 4 sixes off the bat of Vishal Lal. And he would be out there to prove a point that he can hit it further than Vishal Lal. He needs to repay his team for that 1 over. And he's started pretty well a boundary off the bat, the second delivery of the game.
Curtis James will have to learn pretty quickly. This time he's going to go around the wicket to the left-handed Andrews. Really need to change that line from outside leg stump. You can see all 3 stumps being shown at him. Much better, much better. But always neck and neck, Demerara and Berbice. Then you'll find, well, Demerara and Berbice who will play next. But Esequibo sometimes can, despite being a Cinderella county, they say, can also play spoil sport. And Esequibo have an opportunity here now to play a spoil sport again.
Well, we have seen in recent years, John, covering cricket around the country at different levels. We have seen a vast improvement in the cricketing exploits of Esequibo. They are challenging the two traditionally strong counties.
A massive hit from the Vintral also, his first delivery faced.
That's the big one.
That one came out of nowhere, but the delivery that was pitched up on the line of his leg stump. That one on the roof of someone's home behind there. And the slogan says, welcome home. And if someone just got in there, welcome home.
16 runs.
Wonderful start there from Devendra Lalsa, almost with disdain, just going through with the shot and depositing it out of the ground. His first maximum of the innings. They've already wiped off 16. Need 100 now for victory. And they're going at, the run rate is 32.
Curtis James now switching back. Oh, and strays down the leg side again. The keeper not able to stop it cleanly. So wide signal again by the umpire. So 2 more.
So been a wayward start so far from Curtis James. 18 runs off 3 deliveries. And when you're defending a total, whatever the size of that total, you don't want such a start because momentum is something in sport. And we saw that earlier with that 1 over that Vishal Lal tore into Leon Andrews, and the momentum swung in the favor of Esequibo. It can happen here as well.
Gladwin Henry's at fine leg, but not quite back on the boundary. 3/4 way, so he does the feeling. A bit of a discussion going on.
Up 1, 2, 3.
Well, the batsmen are complaining about an extra fielder being outside of the circle. Of course, they're feeling restrictions around for the first 2 overs of the T10.
The discussion will continue, but umpire is unmoved. Umpire say, let's play. And Curtis James would want to make things better for his side. Pace off. Slowing things down nicely. But it's Berbice side. Looks as they're packed with some power hitters, a big team.
And very importantly in this first over, John, they've scored off every delivery. Apart from the wide and that counts as a run as well. And the required amount of runs is under triple figure. 96 needed off 55.
Not a powerful hit from Andrews, but good work on the boundary by Khan. Khan has been the standout fielder for Esequibo. The first over, a very expensive one, coming to an end. Curtis James leaking some 21 runs, 21 without loss after one.
21 without
Wonderful
loss.
start for Berbice in this run chase. And I'm quite impressed with young Khan, diminutive guy. He can pack a punch with the bat, and we saw him leaping in the air to stop that boundary down at long on. But good start here for the Berbicians. They're looking for 116 for victory. This is the Caribbean Airlines Village Cricket T10 competition. The final, of course, happening on Sunday, May 5th at the National Cricket Centre in Cuba, Trinidad. The winner from here would join the winners from Trinidad and Jamaica in that grand final.
Good to see Ruskin Mark is going to be part of the commentary team when they head to Trinidad and Tobago at Cuba. So that's what it's all about. Inter-Village Caribbean final. Team from Trinidad and Tobago. Team from Jamaica and also team from Guyana. Lal into the attack.
This is a good matchup, John. We saw what Lal did to Andrews when Andrews was bowling. And sure, the back of his mind, Andrews is probably thinking, I need to go after this guy. I need to show him who's the real muscle guy in this match.
A pace off from Lal. And there you see Andrews winding up for the big stroke, but had to wait on it.
And it's really experience from Lal. If you look at him, there's a bald area pass on his head. Loads of experience here, Vishal Lal. He's played tremendous amount of cricket. And he's bringing that experience to the fore. Brilliant knock, 70 off 28, and now with the ball in hand, it's been pretty effective. He also bowled pretty well in that first game against Demerara. So he's our MVP for Esequibo in this T10 Village Cricket so far.
Yeah, by far. Last saw on your screen there. First ball deposited over wide long on. Here he is again. Lots of muscles in that one. One bounce. Granted, it's a short boundary, but it was in the gap, 4 runs.
Yeah, well played by Lalsa. He saw the wide open space, lots of real estate on the onside, and timed it to perfection, got the angle right, 1 bounce to the boundary for 4.
And as the horse is bolted, now the field is being placed exactly at mid-wicket where that ball went. But that was well hit. Timing was superb. Pulled. Play across the line again. That one kept low, and then he is bowled, exposing his thumbs there. Devendra Lalsa goes for 11 runs. And in over number 2, 26 for the loss of 1. Berbice losing their first wicket.
And you really can't keep Vishal Lal out of this contest. His wicket in the very first over to go with that brutal innings he played. And Esequibo now 11 off 4 for Devendra Lalsa. 26 for the loss of 1 in over number 2 as the new batsman strolls out to the middle. 90 needed off 50 deliveries in this, the second match of the Caribbean Airlines T10 Village competition here at Demerara.
Says the right Suku, about to take strike. It's a very busy Sunday, Avinash. We're here at Demerara, but persons are attending to other business in other parts of the country and even around the region as well. Co-commentator Indrajit Basada is at a wedding house somewhere in region number 5. Off the mark immediately, Suku.
Well, Indrajit told me yesterday that he hasn't had 7 curry in a while. So he's looking forward to some 7 curry up in region 5. And Anthony's looking at me. He's probably thinking, where is this wedding? I can drop in on the way back home.
Speaking of 7 curry, whenever I go and 7 curries on offer I tend to have 14 half in Ash, and that is the truth. 2 overs gone, 28 for the loss of 1.
Good over there by Vishal Lal, his first, conceding just 7 runs, and picking up a wicket. 88 needed now of 48 deliveries. And they said it's a cardinal sin, John, to eat 7 curry with a spoon. You have to employ the use of the fingers. And the Hindi word for it is sani.
May 5 in Couva. Will be lots of fun. It's a rival day in Guyana. And May 5 will be the venue, well, the date, Couva the venue for the Inter-Village Regional Final. Yeah, I'm hoping they can have some 7 curry there.
There are similar cultures, Trinidad to Guyana. And don't count it out. We might see some 7 curry there. You don't want to eat that before a game, though.
Andrews on strike. White, new bowler. So Curtis James out of the attack. He's now firmly posted on the boundary on the onside. White, number 12 on his back. 12th White. Required run rate 11 runs and over, still manageable.
Yeah, still manageable at this point. They're above what is required. But of course, we know this game too well, John. A few tight overs, a couple of wickets here and there, and then the momentum could swing the other way. Andrews, a very experienced cricketer. He would know this all too well as well.
Oh, that is not going to help Esequibo cause at all. That was too short. That was in the bowler's half. And Andrews quickly into position, and that one has gone into someone's yard again in this residential area.
Yeah, Andrews is not going to miss out. He is a man on a mission. He wants to repay his team for that 1 over. And he's moved on to 15 of 8. He's striking close to 200 at the moment and reduces that target now to 82 of 47.
Better one.
First he was short, now he's full. It's a low full toss. So more runs now for Berbice.
Right.
Elaine White. In the first game he was expensive as well. But I guess he's one of the main bowlers for Esequibo. So they're going to him now in a very important over number 3.
Yeah, 6 of the first delivery. Berbice taking the upper hand in the initial stages of the over and forcing White to pull things back a bit. Tucked away by Suku. Brings the man off the mid-wicket boundary. And score moves up now to 35 for the loss of 1. 36 for 1. 8 needed of 45. Brings Andrews back into strike. 16 off 9.
Last delivery pays off from White because Andrews is waiting for him again. Well, the Suku on that occasion. But Andrews now back on strike. It's really hot and steamy conditions now. Forced away down towards backward point.
But it's good, John, to see this opportunity being afforded to players who would not have played inter-county cricket for the last 5 years at least. So a lot of these guys would not have been able to play at the national level in recent years. Pulled away by Suku, another single. Good over so far after that 6 of the first delivery. Pulling things back nicely is White. So a good opportunity for these players, some of them who are leaning more towards that 45 cut-off age. At the end of over number 3. It's 39 for the loss of 1.
115 for 4 is what they got when they batted Esequibo. In reply, 38 for 1. Still 78 needed from 42 deliveries. Game on here, Avinash, because you add 2 wickets to that equation. And it's a different game altogether, especially if you get the wicket of Andrews. But on paper, Berbice stacked up well with power hitters.
Yeah, 78 needed of 42. With 9 wickets in hand, you would want to favor the batting team. in this format. But this is a very, very important over here. This final over of Vishal Lal, his first one, produced just 7 runs and he picked up a wicket. So this over is going to be very, very crucial. Remember how things changed in that innings when Esequibo batted. It was the 4th over that swung the momentum. 25 runs came off of that over and things went Esequibo ways.
Fielder right back on the mid-wicket boundary. The captain himself is there. The man from Wakenham Island. Strange enough, Wakenham is Dutch for waiting for a name. So they're still waiting for a name of that island. Produce lots of cricketers per capita.
So technically Wakenham is not the name of that place.
That's correct. Now Vishal Puran
Come, throw.
almost stopping it. About 15 years ago, he would have gotten there easily. He's going to come for me after this game. I tell you that I know that for sure.
It's been around for quite a number of years. We've always heard about Navishal Puran from Esequibo. Big swing and a miss from Suku. Not connecting. And had he connected there, maybe he would have been in trouble here under the 10th on the north-western end of the ground.
A nice breeze as well going across the ground, so that would have travelled with the breeze. Look to drag everything on the onside now, Suku.
But this is sensible bowling from Vishal Lal. He is really proving his worth and meriting his selection in this Esequibo team. Runs, economic bowling, and he's really led from the front here for Esequibo, drawing on all his experience, and he would want to come out with a victory here for Esequibo.
Chance for run out. He's gone. White stopping that one at backward point and sending a very good return to the wicketkeeper who does the rest. And it's the end of Leon Andrews. Gone for 18, run out, and an over number 4. 41 for the loss of 2, Berbice.
Big wicket there for Esequibo, removing the danger man, Leon Andrews, 18 of 12. The run wasn't on because it was good pickup, clean pickup from the fielder there, White, and whipping that return to the keeper who did the rest. And Andrews is short of his crease with 75, needed off 38 in over number 4, 41 for the loss of 1. As we see, the new batsman is Ryan Ramdas. Now, if you're wondering, not the Ryan Ramdas that would have played for the West Indies. Our friends are saying he's the imitation of the Ryan Ramdas that played for the West Indies. But this guy can bat as well, and he could send it the distance. So once he gets going here for Berbice, it could spell trouble for Esequibo.
Right, you have it there. Bowler coming wrong, right arm. One more.
So Lal to continue. That's the end of over number 4, over which Esequibo picked up the very important wicket of Leon Andrews. Now 42 for the loss of 2. 4 overs gone.
When you look at the bottom right-hand screen there, John, Vishal Lal, 1 for 11 off 2 overs to go with that knock of 70 not out of 28 balls. You would think that regardless of where this match goes, he's definitely the player of the match, starring with bat and then with ball.
.74 from the last 6 overs. Game on. Because we've been mentioning it all day. These guys are not like really active players. Some of them have their 9 to 5. Some of them are not doing either. Play cricket now working. but had a career previously. Some are searching for a career.
Yeah, it's a good mixture of youth and experience being combined in these three teams. As you see, White, who effected that run out, is back with the ball for his second over.
With a pep in his step as well. But this one is going to go sailing. 6 runs. Elaine White was on top of his game after that run out. But the fourth ball of his second over, Ramdas just taking a liking to him and hitting him way back over mid-wicket. There he goes again. A bit straighter, and the result is quite similar. 4 runs.
Ramdas is picking up from where Andrews left off. Andrews went for 18 off 12, and all of a sudden Ramdas just received 3 deliveries, and he's raced up to 11. And the 50 up for Berbice at the start of over number 5. They're still above that the required rate at the moment, so they're well on course.
3 scoring shots for Ryan Ramdas. 1, 6, 4. There he goes through the offside this time. So not being bogged down at all. Runs continue to flow for Berbice. Demerara, the other team in this competition, won their opening game against Esequibo. It's a 3-way final. Each team playing each other once.
When you look at the equation there now, you would think that Esequibo need wickets at this moment.
Catch it!
In the air. Fielder settles on the second attempt, takes it. Looks like Bagwan did.
Well, that one popped out, and then doing enough, recovering well and completing the catch. And those moments of brilliance in the field can lift the team. I was just saying that they need wickets, the Esequibians, and they've finally gotten that. And it's Baharali completing the catch on the boundary right in front of the Caribbean Airlines banner. Ball popping out and then doing well to recover and completing a brilliant catch. Number 13 on his back, wicket number 3 for Esequibo.
Baharali and Khan have been alive in the field for Esequibo, and no doubt that catch was taken. He spent a long time in the air, and it's good to see that he kept his eyes on it and then wrapped his fingers at the right time. 3 wickets going down. Elian White striking in his second over.
Yeah, John, and it's moments like these that will tend to lift the team. They really needed that, the Esequibians, because Berbice was running away with this chase. They have been above the required rate.
The new batter, Ramstrup, stroke it down past the bowler. Feel that long on will cut it off. So this game is quite exciting. Haven't seen any or a lot of dot balls, which is very important for Berbice.
Yeah, they've been scoring off almost every delivery, rotating the strike well. 62 needed off 31 now.
What was that?
Umpire says not out immediately. Overcoming to an end, halfway stage in terms of overs in this run chase. Still 62 needed from the second half. 54 for 3.
Yeah, 54 for 3, and they are on in terms of the run rate. They are ahead, the Berbicians. Of course, Esequibo 115 for 4. Vishal Lal at the top there, 70 off 28, the only man into double figures. And he's also produced a wonderful spell, 1 for 11 off 2. I'll take my leave, and it will be the voice of Anthony Kemraj to join John Ramsing.
The man from Enmore has gone, and the Berbician now comes into the hot seat. 62 to get from the last 5 overs. That's 62 from 30. Lance Roberts will bowl over number 6, operating from the northern end of the ground. So Anthony Chance for Berbice to win this one, but they have to work a bit hard still. Hit down towards mid-wicket. Davishal Puran does well. The captain stopping that one nicely in play. So just a single. Score moves up by 1 to 55. And Anthony, coming from Berbice yourself. Berbice putting on a good show here.
Good afternoon to you, John. Good afternoon to our valued listeners and viewers on FL Sports again. Wonderful atmosphere here at Metemer Zorg again, Berbice against Esequibo. I think it's and I would like to say it's even Stevens at the moment.
In the air, James settles and takes it. So another one bites the dust, going for a big hit, holding out in the deep. This time Ryan Ramdas goes for 12 from 6 deliveries, and in over number 6, Berbice loses the 4th wicket. It's 55 for 4.
Just when I was about to say that, you know, the action is gripping out in the middle and it's even Stevens, Berbice losing a very vital wicket. Take nothing away from Esequibo. I think they have played really good cricket, very competitive. When they batted, they posted a commendable score of 115 for 4 from their allotted overs. And they've been able to take 4 quick wickets here. And it's 55 for 4 now. It's anyone's guess from here. But if Esequibo goes on to win this game, that will be a big congratulations for them, from me at least. 61 to get from 28. It's tough here for both teams right now, John. I think who holds their nerve from here are going to be victorious.
Clements, former youth player, former senior intercounty player as well for Berbice, national youth player. So lots of expectations from him as captain as well. Roberts goes into him, and first when he hits it down the ground, James comes around and takes it. And good sportsmanship. Umpire says 6 runs because James, realizing that he has taken the momentum with him into the boundary, the momentum took him into the boundary. He took a good catch, but the momentum took him into the boundary. So 6 runs for Clements to get off the mark.
It's not easy being on the boundary for sure. And as you said, his momentum took him over the boundary line. Good comeback delivery there from Roberts. But sometimes you're a fielder there, you don't realize, John. You give so much effort, realizing that, you know, you've caught it well, but then you step across the line, the boundary. Sad for him there on that occasion, but good try. Down the ground. This is gone. In fact, it's in the air. The field is coming around. Takes a catch.
Gibson.
That's Gibson. Another wicket goes down. 61 now for the loss of 5 wickets. And it's Esequibo now.
Well, this time Gibson had to run in, unlike what happened previously when James had to run back. So no momentum to take him back this time. No momentum to take him into the boundary. So Clements goes after hitting a 6, holding out in the deep as well. Now 6-1 for the loss of 5 in over number 6. A double strike in the over for Lance Roberts. And suddenly, all the pressure back on Berbice.
Yes, you know, the scale has tilted again. You consider the pendulum has swung again a little bit in Esequibo's favor, 61 for 5. They need 55 now from 25. Ramsarup, he will want to stay there. Philbert Wilberg, who is a police by profession, would want to come out here and bat for his team. He's a pugnacious hitter, and he can get the score ticking over quickly. 55 from 25.
Wilberg, you don't want to get in trouble with him, not only because he's a police, he's a big man. For delivery, and he scrapes it down towards square leg. So he's off the mark. End of 6 overs, 62 for the loss of 5 wickets. Good over for Lance Roberts. 2 wickets in the over, despite 8 runs coming off.
Yes, excellent. We look at a little summary of the match, basically. Esequibo won 15 for 4 from their 10. And when they look at that score, they'll say, you know what? We have scored something formidable. Berbice, 62 for 5. looking to get back into this match. Andrews 18 from 13, Ramdas 12 from 6, Lalsa 11 from 4. But I thought the wicket of Lalsa and Andrews were very significant here. The bowling has been spot on. Lal 1 for 11 using all his experience. And just showing, John, that experience can be very pivotal for you, isn't that so?
There's no substitute for experience. Experience is the greatest teacher as well. 4 overs to go. 54 runs to get. Strange looking delivery stride and delivery action, but 4 runs. Now there you see the fielder not only chasing hard, but ending up in the player's dugout.
Yes, they'll need to get boundaries and get them at a very fast rate from here onwards. 50 from 23, so there you go.
And Gladwin Henry, he's grown up now. Look at his action. In the air and through the hands of the fielder there. Took a catch previously by Harali. This time it went through his hands and into the boundary for 6.
Yes, I want to believe that they missed a trick. Now they're sending the taller fielder here because Baharali is quite short in stature. And he had to really plug into the air to get that. Nevertheless, the fielder has been replaced 72 for 5.
Did he drop the catch? The match. Time will tell. 44 to get from 22. 12 runs and over. Henry will be dejected. Good delivery. Bowling back of the arm with his left arm. So the Chinaman bowler now into the attack and over number 7. And it's good to see the variety being shown by Esequibo. Running as if he's running from mid-on.
Catch it!
Pulled away again. This time the fielder is in the circle and it goes over his head. 6 more into the fence.
Yes, massive hit there from Wilberg. As I said when he came in, he's very pugnacious. And once it's in the hitting zone, he's going to go for it. 38 from 20 now. 17 from 5. This is a very handy innings.
Henry there not only missing his line, missing his length. That was a very short ball. And was punished. 14 runs already off of the over. Good comeback from Henry. Pace on. And ball came back in after pitching.
You said he missed so many things, John. I guess he wouldn't want to miss the Caribbean Airlines flight.
Well, you have to work hard to get there. Esequibo were asked to get 122 in the first game. Fell well short. Batted first in this game. 115 they've posted. In the air. That one is traveling. That one has wings on it. That one has lift off nicely. 6 more. End of an expensive over from Gladwin Henry. Esequibo did not want such an over, but Berbice wouldn't mind at all. 84 now for the loss of 5. 7 gone with 3 overs to go. Berbice still need 32 more.
32 from 3. So, you know, it's... I would want to say that, you know, it's in a little bit in the Berbice's favor at the moment. But if Esequibo can come back and take a few wickets quickly, you never know, they can put some pressure on. We look at the summary of the scorecard, basically. Wilberg, 23 from 7. His innings is going to be very vital. He needs to stay there towards the end.
A cameo from him so far. Lance Roberts has 1 over up his sleeve. He's going to come back into the attack now for over number 8. Quite a competitive game. Both sides realizing the importance of winning this one. Esequibo will need to win this to stay in contention. Berbice will have to play a powerful Demerara side in their next game. So both sides really want to take 2 points from this game. 32 to get from 18, that's the equation.
Yeah, so when you look at it, 32 from 18, you tend to think with batting to come, you'll give the batting team the edge. But like I said, you know, if Esequibo can come back and, you know, get a wicket or 2 quickly, put some pressure on the scoring, limit them a little bit, you never know what can happen. Cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties. We often say that, don't we?
Roberts, who plays his cricket in North Esequibo, on the Esequibo coast, played youth cricket for Guyana. couple years ago. So the shirt says "Welcome Home." So Caribbean Airlines Inter-Village Cricket, the inaugural edition. I'm hoping it will continue. You'll see the interest growing in next year or the next edition, because teams and villages really will be very pleased to bring out their A game, knowing what's at stake. Their French players getting an opportunity with a bigger prize, traveling to Trinidad and Tobago to play the regional final. Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana, teams from those countries will be on show. May 5 will be spectacular down at Couva. As we saw on the advertising earlier, Ruskin Mark will be calling the games. So that's how it's set up. So we just had a big conference on Cricket West Indies. Saw some conferences happening on field as well. 84 for the loss of 5 wickets. So 5 wickets going down. But Berbice, they bat very deep.
Exactly what I said. 5 wickets to get Esequibo, but Berbice, their batting is pretty strong. And once they can maintain that hitting, that momentum, Wilberg has shown that. And once he can carry through, it's going to be a walk in the park from them once he can carry through with that momentum.
It will be Nick Ramstroop to take strike from Kevin Gordon. Gordon bowling his first over. In the last game, he bowled very early for Esequibo. This time he's bowling over number 8. And if he goes well, I'm sure he's going to be given over number 10. Beautiful delivery. Well bowled.
Yes, excellent over so far from Gordon, hitting a good line and length. And that's very important. You've got to hit the good areas pretty early. There isn't much time. We're in the 8th over and you need to defend 31 from 16, so you've got to be spot on.
Feel that long off, running around nicely. A chance for a run out, but they're coming back for the second. A weak return.
Good, so 87 for 5 in over number 8, 29 from 15. Wilberg 25 from 9. What an innings this has been from the Berbician. He continues still to impress. Pugnacious hitting. And that's nice to see. Gordon, who has bowled a nice line of length in brilliant sunshine here, is enjoying himself out in the middle.
3 runs from 3 deliveries. Good work from Gibson at long on.
Three? 2 more.
So very good over so far. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Guyana Harp Eagles head coach, Mr. Ryan Hercules, who's in the venue. Lives not too far from here at Metamere. This one is in the air. Ryan Hercules can be in some pressure. And it's traveling. It goes the distance as well. 6 runs.
Yes, so the runs continue to flow there. That was just gently flicked over the mid-wicket area for 6. And 22 from 13. The required rate has come down to 10, just over 10. Yes, scoring currently at 12, so it tells you something. Wilberg is 26 from 10. Pugnacious innings.
22 from 13, so game on. Still anybody's game. That one could have easily carried to hand, but just enough bottom hand from Ramsarup. Pace on. Very good delivery to end over number 8. 94 for the loss of 5. 2 overs to go. And a target of 115 is some 22 runs away.
Yeah, just 22 runs away. You want to believe that when you look at the scorecard, Berbice 94 for 5, 8 overs. They need 22 from just a few deliveries. Wilberg is 26 from 10, and he is motoring along. And they would want, I guess, Lal to come back, maybe John, to give them a really strong over. In fact, he's finished his quota. That's White. White was gone for 22 as well. So they have to ring the changes around and see what they can come up with. But right now, it seems as though Berbice are heading for it.
But pace on seems to be working for Esequibo, because Wilberg and Ram Sarup, they are prepared to take on the slower bowlers, taking the chances like they did against Gordon and got a 6 in the last over. But they fancy themselves much more against the slower bowlers. Lance Roberts with 1 over to go. This is a very important over in this game. 22 still to go for victory for Berbice. If you can have a good over and give the last bowler something to work with, we can see Esequibo holding on to fate.
Yes, they are holding on, but it seems as though Berbice, what we're seeing out in the middle, Berbice will have the upper hand. But let's see what will happen though. Things can change in a short space of time as Roberts will continue. So again, you're looking at the riveting Caribbean Airlines Village Cricket Competition, the Guyana leg. That is. The winning team here will advance to final stages in Trinidad, May 5.
Catch it.
Single to start over number 9. Look at that. Over number. I'll tell you what, so it's been coming pretty simple now for Berbice. That was a very short delivery, begging to be hit, and it went straight into the cemetery. And I don't think any of our ball boys will get that one anytime soon. That one going to the farthest distance of the cemetery. 6 runs to bring up the 100 now for Berbice. In over number 9, 101 for 5.
Yes, we look at the graph, and you were saying what, John, pertaining to the graph?
Over number 7, a very expensive one, 22 runs in that over. And since then, momentum has been with Berbice. After they lost their way just a little bit, but now Wilberg showing that he can really beat this ladder. Ram Sarup giving admirable support. Crucial partnership this.
So with 15 to get from 10, the advantage is in Berbice's favor here.
In the air, the shout is catch it. The bowler's running around. It's going to fall short of him. And they will come back for 2. Just 2 hits away now from victory. 12 runs needed.
12 from 8. That's the scenario now. That's the equation. And you'll want to believe that with this batting, that Berbice will get home.
10 runs from the first 4 deliveries of over number 9. Pressure on Esequibo. Down towards mid-wicket for just 1. Slight overthrow, coming back for the second. No. Earlier we were entertaining thoughts of a 3-way tie. Just in case Esequibo will go on to win this one. But this partnership, this performance from Wilberg with support from Ram Sarup is not going to entertain thoughts of that anymore, because at this stage, Berbice well in front. That one kept low. Almost got through. It's a rear dot ball. So the final over to come. 11 runs still needed for victory. And we want to say that despite just 2 hits away, pressure situation, are you saying, Anthony, is it still wide open?
Look, 11 to get from the final over. You look at the graph, 105 for the loss of 5 wickets. We look at it again, and it shows that towards the latter stages of this innings has been fluctuating for tunes. for the batting team. But they need 11 from this over. Let's see what will happen though. 2 hits can get you the game. A few wickets and brilliant fielding, a brilliant piece of work out in the field, brilliant piece of magic can really put Esequibo right back into it. So, it's a funny game, but let's see what will happen.
Whatever you do on a cricket field, the captain and the coach will always say, go and enjoy yourself. So it seems that these teams are enjoying themselves. Why not? This is a real lovely game, cricket. And this tournament is so fantastic as well. The weather has been perfect.
This is the game that we all love. We spend so much of time, so much of energy behind. We make big investments and all of that.
10 runs for a super over, 11 runs for victory for Berbice. Let's see which way it's going to go. First one down the ground, Gibson settles and takes it quite easily. Philbert Wilberg has to go for 30 at the start of over number 10. Wicket number 6 going down for Berbice, the big one. Gordon striking, 105 for 6, 11 needed from 5.
What a game we're having on our hands. 11 from 5, and we just said it. Things do happen in this great game called cricket. Excitement is there, fever pitch. It was pitched up into the drive very early, got it to long on. The fielder there took an excellent catch. Well judged. Pressure, I think, a little bit on Berbice now to maintain that run score, that required rate, 11 from 5. And if they get another dot ball here now, it's going to be something different, John.
1 4 and 3 6s from Wilberg when he was at a crease. And that innings really pushed things in favor of Berbice. But now wicket very early in the over. You called it. Pressure back on Berbice. It really is a pressure game. Who can hold their nerves? Who can make fewer mistakes? So this is the final over. There's a final opportunity as well for Esequibo to make an impression. After this, you'll have to sit and wait as Berbice take on Demerara. Gibson to continue to the new batsman, Nickel Fraser. Bowled! Playing across the line. Looking very clumsy as he faced his first delivery. And he has to go back for a golden duck. Fraser not troubling the scorers at all. It's now 105 for a loss of 7. And Gordon is on a hat-trick.
Full credit to the bowler, but I'm disappointed in the battle because it's not all about boundaries. I keep saying this. There are gaps in the field. You can turn the 1s into 2s and the 2s into 3s. You never know what can happen. He just pulled and was nowhere to the pitch of it. Still 11 from 4 now. And now let's see what will happen here. The young man has come out. That's Putaya. Comes from the Rose Hall Tongue Cricket Club, from that area. Quite talented, but pressure, John, can get to you no matter who you are. Remember, you start at 0, 105 for 7.
So we like to create the hype. 2 hits away, but 2 hits away also means 3 hits away, 4 hits away. You don't need to get there in 2 balls. Still, the final over was 6 deliveries to get 12. Could have stroked it to wrong, get a boundary, then get a 6. You never know.
Yes, you don't have to put yourself under pressure. Oh, I have to get a 6 now, or I have to hit a 4. It doesn't happen that way. You can work the ball around, milk the bowling, find the gaps. And by doing that, John, you put pressure on the fielders and you can be able to maximize the use of your stroke play.
Kevin Gordon on a hat-trick. But Esequibo, their main focus is to win the game. If he gets a hat-trick, fair. But they would like to win this game, keep themselves in contention of that trip to Trinidad and Tobago for the regional finals against teams from Trinidad, Tobago and Jamaica.
Yes, while they do all of this, their eyes must be on the prize, and the prize must be to win.
Putaya to face the hat-trick ball now. Gordon goes round the wicket to him. Hat-trick averted. Playing over that one. It's a good over so far. 2 wickets and a dot ball.
So we've seen the last 3 deliveries, batters actually slugging. You can still play proper cricketing shots.
Should have just tried to give Nick Ramsrup the strike. He was stroking it very well with Wilberg. Round the wicket again. Runs here now. Will be just one. Just one, but important single because Ramsrup is on strike. And still 2 hits away. 10 runs needed from 2.
Absolutely gripping cricket, but it's 10 from 2 now. When you'd want to think, look, Esequibo are the champions now. But let's see what will happen. 106 for 7.
Yeah, one time it was Demerara, one time it was Berbice, sorry, one time Esequibo, then Esequibo lost their way a little bit because of that partnership, and now they're back in the game. But man on strike, Nick Ramsrup, he must go for broke. He must get a boundary in this over to remain in contention. Here goes Gordon, over the wicket to him. No boundary. It is boundary indeed. That's the 4 that they were looking for. Straying in line on the line of the leg stump of Nick Ramsrup. And he stroked it into the boundary for 4. So it means now 6 runs to get from 1 delivery. The last ball must go out of the ground.
Wow, let's see what will happen. You know, very, very, very interesting game. And look, the riveting Caribbean Airlines Village Cricket competition has really started on the right note here in Guyana. What an occasion to be here. Lovely action out in the middle. And it's really excitement to the brim.
They will not want to give a no ball as well, Gordon, or even because of few restrictions. Here goes Gordon. And he's bowled. Victory for Esequibo by very slim margin of 5 runs. But they will take that any day. 110 now for the loss of 8 wickets, with Gordon striking for the 3rd time in the over, 2 at the start of the over, and this time playing over that ball, and he's bowled off stump, knocked out. Kevin Gordon 3 for 15 in the end. A very disciplined performance coming back to victory for Esequibo. The bowlers really coming to the party, defending 115 runs. But Berbice will have another opportunity when they take on Demerara in the final match of the day.
Yes, again, congratulations to Esequibo on winning this match. Winning by just a few runs though, but a victory is a victory by 5 runs. And it just goes to show what teamwork can do and holding your nerves towards the end. If I had to go for a man of the match in this game, surprisingly to so many, I'll give it to Gordon. I tell you what, the bowl that last over wasn't easy. He did exceedingly well. Congratulations again.
Look at the run chase. Leon Andrews started positively with Lalsa. Suku did not stick around for too long. Ryan Ramdas had a 6 and a 4 before he was dismissed. Nick Ramsrup, last man to be dismissed. 20 from 10. Devon Clemens, the captain, hit a 6 and then was dismissed. But Wilberg really made a big difference with that pugnacious hit of 30. Esequibo winning by some 5 runs because look at this bowling. Very disciplined in the end. Kevin Gordon, 2 overs down at the bottom, 6 dot balls, 3 for 15. Good support from Lance Roberts. First over went for 8, second for 11, picking up 2 wickets, 1 apiece for Vishal Lal and Elian White. So that's it. End of match number 2, and that's the big prize heading to Cuba on May 5. Match number 2 completed, 1 to go, and that one is a big one. Demerara against Berbice. Berbice want to win to stay in contention. If Demerara wins that one, they're off to Trinidad and Tobago on Caribbean Airlines. We come to you live from Demerara Cricket Club on the west coast of Demerara with one match to go in this Caribbean Airlines Village Cricket Final. We'll take a break and come back with match number 3.
Take a trip across the 7 seas to be with friends and family. Caribbean Airlines is home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Caribbean Airlines in with DNA. With Caribbean Airlines is a flight full of love. Come on board our plane, fly with the stars up above. Any destination is a celebration. Welcome home. With Caribbean Airlines, we fly at night or morning. Look, the moon gone sleeping. at your arrival. Caribbean Airlines don't want no rival, so I feel like a flight to Port of Spain. Pack a bag and take a trip again.